Welcome to the Toni and Ryan podcast. My name is Ryan. This is Dr. Author Toni Lodge.
Hello.
And we are calling Troy, who's in Belleville, Ontario, Canada.
Just say Ontario.
Just say Canada.
Yeah.
Just say Troy's place.
Just say, Big T's house.
Do you reckon he goes by Big T?
If he plays football, probably. T-bone.
Give him a T-bone and see how he
I
likes
will.
them
I'll back in
apples.
Hello.
T-bone! Troy?
Hello, Troy.
Oh,
He
He
didn't
hated it.
like T-bone. Will someone
Oh.
approve this episode?
oh.
I'll call Big T-bone back.
Ryan, maybe you should do the talking.
Hello.
Troy, it's Toni and Ryan. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Perfect. Now, Troy, have you ever been called T-bone before? Because Tony's backed that in hard as your new nickname.
T-bone. I've never been called that before.
We're backing in T-bone. What are you up to, Troy?
Oh, I'm just working, so, sneaking off to answer this phone call.
So, am I right in seeing that you're a restaurant owner?
I am, yes.
What's like
I
the...
own my own pizza restaurant.
Oh my
sick.
gosh, that's awesome.
What's your like signature dish? Is there the T-bone special or something on there?
Yeah, that's on the R-rated menu. No, we have a pizza that's called the barbecue chicken fiesta.
Barbecue chicken fiesta.
I feel like barbecue chicken, sometimes people will turn their nose up, but a barbecue chicken pizza will get me going.
That's very you because you love a chicken wing.
And I love a barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
that's what I
slap it on
mean.
some
So it's
carbs,
basically a
put it in
chicken
me.
wing on a pizza without bones.
Like-
I'm
Do you know
gonna-
what I mean?
I'm going to need some cold water.
Yeah.
Because now that you've said it like that,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
the ultimate evening.
Well, T-Bone, we've lost Ryan. Will
Yeah.
you approve today's episode?
I will definitely approve today's podcast.
Yay!
Hey, it's Troy from Ontario, Canada, and I approve this podcast.
All right, coming up today.
We've been having a bit of advertising chat lately. That show, The Gruen Transfer.
Yeah. Good show about advertising.
Welcome to the Tarpon Transfer.
Really?
I've got some branding chat.
Are you an advertising expert now?
Yes. Yes. I can't believe you even had to ask, but yes.
Yeah, no, sorry. I just thought, okay. And are you pitching?
You know how good I am at stuff?
No one's more aware. Are you pitching today, or are you just making an industry analysis, a comment?
I love the term industry analysis. I would say industry analysis and observation. Some advice for a brand
Should I call
that I'm not going to name.
Should I call the marketing lecturers at Melbourne Business School where I'm doing my MBA, or do they need to take note?
I'm
Is
just
this
gonna
something they can pass on?
I'm just going to send this to them and they'll probably put it into a textbook in the future.
Yeah, or they'll just give you an A. Like, she doesn't even go here, but A.
Yeah. Do they still do ABC?
No,
Nah,
but
it's
for
like,
you, they would give you an A.
oh, ask me to never come back,
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, where
That's what A stands for.
No, I thought it said put it in the A. That's coming up soon.
How many A's did you get?
I think-
I'm a tits and A's, man.
Yeah, I didn't get many A's, but lots of B's.
I didn't get many A's, but heaps of V's. Vitamin A, more like vitamin D. Sorry.
Don't
Anyway.
apologize, but I just
The advertising
I feel-
chat's coming up.
yeah. Is this are we on the ABC now doing the ground transfer?
It's the
We should pitch.
the Tarpon Transfer.
Tarpon transfer.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tony and I's professions, we've both worked in radio stations,
Yes.
television stations, theatre productions.
Oh.
What is the golden rule about working in these places, Tony Lodge?
Mics are always live.
Now, what that means is if you're in somewhere with a microphone,
Assume someone can hear you.
someone can hear you. If there's a microphone around, don't say anything that you don't want anyone else to hear.
Yeah.
Don't be bitching about someone.
Nah.
Don't be saying nothing. Don't be talking all your awful things that you would only say in
Yeah.
the privacy of your own home.
Yeah.
If there's a microphone around,
Assume
there's someone somewhere is going to be able to hear you.
Yeah. Especially so in the radio station, in the studios, obviously they were quite well soundproofed.
Yeah.
So if you ever needed to take a phone call or have a private chat, that's
There's no private chats.
well, that's naturally where you would go because Open plan offices now, no fucking privacy.
Yeah, I've got to take
You've got to
a
take a
call
call from your fucking doctor and you go, well, I've got to hear about my hemorrhoids in the open plan office. I'll probably go into the studio. And then, obviously,
the sound guy comes out and goes, how about that asshole?
And goes, yeah, how's your A's?
Yeah,
and we go, well, fuck, you know.
Turns out it's now an H.
Preparation H. Preparation H for hemorrhoids. Oh, it's all making sense.
You are a marketing genius.
I am.
So we've had to wait to share this story because we had to wait for us to clear customs. We had to wait for Sophie to clear customs.
Yeah, which took a while.
Longer than we thought. And we had to wait 6 days to ensure that we
just couldn't be linked to any crimes.
Or linked biologically to Malaysian waters.
Yeah. We really had to make sure that we were
the form it's like, have you been to
clear.
the Caribbean or South America in the last 6 days and rolled in dirt? And you're like, it's a very specific question, but no.
It is specific, isn't it?
Got any fruit? No. $10,000 cash. Have you rolled in dirt or drank tequila in South America?
Are you bringing back any kava?
Yeah. So now that we've passed all these things.
Yeah. And we're clear.
We are clear.
And we've finally been able to think and reassess.
And we've decided we're never going to go to Malaysia for the rest of our lives. It's time to dox them and their people. Because we were actually, do you want to go ahead and reveal what happened to us in Kuala Lumpur on the way home from the UK?
So
on Malaysian turf.
We flew Malaysian Airlines to and from London. And it was actually wonderful. I mean,
and
I know that
the price was right, but it was actually legit.
it was actually awesome. And
we're not doxing Malaysian Airlines,
No.
just a few of their staff.
No. And
Was it their staff or was
I
it
think it was
staff?
airport staff.
Okay.
But so we flew from Melbourne to KL and then on to London Heathrow and we did the same trip on the way back. So this one, we've done the long flight. We land in KL and we only had like an hour and a half or 2 hours to kind of spare.
Yep.
We end up going through security into our little gate and you're in just this like glass box.
I hate the glass box when
There's no toilet. There's no water in there. Like you can't do anything.
It's like re-security.
And then so we're sitting in there and like we're supposed to be boarding in 5 minutes and then the plane we're getting on lands.
Yes,
and we go, fuck, we're going to be here for another hour or so waiting to even board.
Unpack, repack, clean.
And like I get it, but wow, don't let us get in this glass
case.
box.
Don't let us get in the glass case of emotion without
100%.
drinks.
And also like there's no Wi-Fi in there and we didn't have
Hawks game was about to start.
but we didn't have any data or any like
Hey Ryan, what's the score? Don't know.
No idea. And anyway, so we're sitting in this glass case of emotion, as you put it, and someone makes a little announcement being like, attention everybody, the flight's been delayed, so blah, blah, blah.
Salamatang delay.
There's a delay. You're not going to be able to board for a while. Like, thank you for your patience, blah, blah, blah. And then you hear a like, and they've hit the microphone button to turn it off. Only thing is, it hasn't turned off. And then we hear like, hello, like the murmurings of like, hi, sir, please show me your passport and your boarding pass. And half of it's in, like some of them are speaking English to English speaking passengers getting, I was about to say patients. I'm like, nope, not a hospital. It's close
You
though.
don't know how the story ends.
Yeah. And then some of them, they're obviously speaking Malay.
Yeah.
And we are kind of sitting there, you kind of half hearing like murmurings of whatever, but it's all like business tone and you go, fuck, they've left that microphone on. Ryan and I look at each other and we go, oh, classic.
Do they know they've left that mic on because their one-on-one interactions are being heard by hundreds of people in the glass case of emotion?
But the shape of the conversation, I don't understand what they're saying because they're not speaking English, but the shape of the conversation is like above board. Do you know what I mean?
At the start.
And then all of a sudden, obviously, everybody in the line has like cleared out. We're all sat down and standing around waiting to get on this thing. And then the shape of the conversation turns to, did you hear that thing?
They start bitching about people in the line.
But in like, we can't understand the words, but we know what's going on.
You can tell.
And
I can hear someone saying, can you believe that girl's pants in any language?
Yeah. And
it was a bit pointed, wasn't it?
It was. And it was kind of like, have you seen Jenny from Gate 2? Like, what a little mole.
What a bitch. She changed the roster and spoke to the manager and got the good shift instead of the bad shift. And that's why everyone hates fucking Jenny from gate 2.
Gate 2. And then you know that they've said something like, yeah, but did you see what she was wearing last night at that party? And then and they start pissing themselves and they're just like one-upping each other. You know when you're with a friend, you're like, and then that, and then that, and then
They
that.
are
And then,
riffing and
they're
are
getting higher and higher and higher.
they are burning Jenny from gate 2 down to the ground.
Oh, Jenny can't walk now because of what they've done. Anyway,
She's in the burns unit.
all of a sudden, Ryan, that's why we're at the hospital.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Ryan and I are looking at each other like, that is fucking juicy. I wish that we knew what they were saying. Then we start to clock all the people around us that are like laughing and smiling. And I'm like, they fucking know what they're like, they can
The
understand.
Malay passengers were like, fucking right on.
It's like a roast is happening to Jenny from fucking gate 2.
I don't know how to say Dr. Phil in Malay, but it was an episode of that.
All of a sudden, and it's, you know, everyone's quite calm. Then this one guy sprints across the glass box and basically fucking rugby tackles these 2 girls to the fucking floor. And all you hear is microphones on.
Yeah.
And then hits the button again.
Now, I think in our time we've all heard the saying, the silence was deafening.
You could cut the tension with a fucking old banana peel.
I wonder what the line was that finally triggered the security guard to go and tackle them. Because I reckon it was one of these ones like, and then do you remember what she did after the Christmas party? And he goes, oh, I know what she did. And then, you know,
No one can hear that. I know what's coming.
Yeah.
But
and then he's like,
it was like a film.
Yeah,
it was honestly
so good.
insane. But I would pay good fucking money to know what they'd said.
oh,
Like, I just would have loved to. Oh, unless it was about me.
then you'd rather not know.
They're like, oh, did you see that girl in the track pants? Can you believe that?
It was that white chick wearing Birkenstocks
Yeah.
on a plane.
I had blisters on my feet.
That's what I said in Bahasa back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Troy from Ontario, Canada, and you're listening to Toni and Ryan.
A massive shout out to a few of our champion tappers over at our Patreon. Heaps of stuff over at our Patreon. You can check it out at any time. The links are in our show notes. Leslie Nectal, thank you. Did she? Sarah Vanan Shan, Elizabeth Heidegger, Corey Collins, Ken, and Craig Bennett. Thank you very much for being part of our Patreon.
We get a few more names with the C or a K at the start. That'd be great.
That was a lot of chat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Craig, Kenny, Kelly, and Clarkson. And
Craig was right.
Kelly Clarkson was in there. What a
Have
time.
you ever met Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah.
Like, did you ever interview her or anything? Did you actually?
Yeah.
Was she really nice?
Yeah. She goes, you know Tony? And I go, yeah. And she goes, what a good bitch. And I went, yeah. And that was kind of the extent of it, actually.
Mine was a genuine question. Genuine question.
All right, Tony. Hang on. Let me just get on the phone. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, Melbourne Business School Marketing Department. The future is here. I present fellow professor,
Scholar.
fellow Toni Lodge.
Yes. Thank you. I'm in a high esteem over at Melbourne Business School.
Yep.
So I recently have joined the team at the advertising department.
Okay.
No, so recently Pippa, as we know, my French bulldog, she's about 3 years old. She's a beautiful little angel. She is the light of our lives. She is our only child.
Yep. And you can tell.
She is an only
She's
got a bit of chewed. She only eats salmon. And this is probably, you know.
Yeah. It must be tough.
So she's like gets really bad allergies when she has chicken.
She has regular people food. Yeah. Don't we all?
And so we tried a few things.
You know
and
those annoying people at a cafe being like, excuse me, have these beans been dried in a sea salt?
okay, calm down, gluten-free. Calm down, gluten-free.
Have these almonds been activated?
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything.
It's great advertising.
Yeah.
And this is where we begin.
But Pippa's that person at a cafe, but at home with Tony.
She would too. But
Tony comes home with unactivated almonds and Pippa just shits on her.
I put the food down. She goes, no.
What a bitch.
Anyway, so she only eats salmon and it's been actually quite a long road to get the right food for her. And so we tried so many things because some just like gave her a really upset tummy. And I was like, we'll get it right.
Yeah.
And so we've started getting this food and we finally like nailed it, I reckon.
Okay.
She loves it. She never turns her nose up at it. It really agrees with her tummy. She does like really, really healthy poos.
Yep.
Everything's good.
Starting running marathons.
Yeah. Yeah, she's all good.
She stand up paddleboarding.
And what happens with like dog food is that you get into the wank area of the activated almond,
Yeah.
except everything is like X grade. And we
Right.
buy her this food, and I've got a few photos of it here for you.
Yep.
But basically, it's like all whole vegetables. It's like carrot, seaweed, salmon, all this stuff. And I've got some photos here of the bag. And what does that say?
It says human grade salmon.
So basically,
Is that implying this salmon is good enough for humans?
well, that's what it says,
Or
isn't
like
it?
the salmon is like as good as eating human? Like it's human grade
No,
salmon?
human grade to eat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like
I
a
just thought
hu-
I'd clarify.
Like a human would eat that.
Yeah.
And then there's another photo there
What's
that
the
you
next
got.
one?
I've passed you 3 photos there. What does that one say?
The Fur Fresh Standard, 100% human grade ingredients.
Wow.
The Fur Fresh Standard. What's the Fur Fresh Standard? Is that
That's
like
actually the brand. So
Oh.
we love Fur Fresh in our house.
100% human grade?
Wow.
Well, it can't be 90% human grade because then it wouldn't be human
It's not
grade.
human grade.
Oh, it's 3% human grade.
Yeah. And that's like massive fun, right? There's
Huge fun.
one more photo for you to look at.
It says food you'd feed yourself. Who are the...
Like,
So have you eaten it?
how impressive, right? Isn't that amazing?
Are they pitching to you or the dog?
Well, there's all this stuff on
Who's
there.
the
It's like-
target market of this advertising?
I've got one more photo to show you.
If it's a photo of you eating out of a dog bag.
Well, but you'd think I could come close, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
In tiny font
That
on
is-
the back of the bag.
No,
Thank you.
sorry,
Thank
humans.
you.
This is dog food only, not for human consumption. Well, that sounds like not human grade. Then what the fuck are those other things saying?
First of all, yeah, it's dog food.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to eat it. All good.
All good.
Thank you, though.
Don't threaten me with the words human grade and then ungrade my human.
I don't think that you can have this coat of arms
No.
that says fucking human standard on the front. All over the front, massive font. Eat this for good enough for humans. Food you'd feed yourself, all this stuff. Tiny font on the back. So my second point is if you need to say that it's not for humans,
Maybe don't spend the rest of the tin saying it is for humans.
don't you think though that it's your responsibility to make it more visible than that?
Yes.
I don't like one or the other. Either you don't need to say it because like it's dog food. Like
Nah, if you're going to sprout human grade,
You-
don't degrade my human.
you can't do both, eh?
No, pick one. Don't
one.
promote how human worthy it is and then not let humans have it.
But then
I'm all
also-
barred up. You've bait and switched at me.
No, I
was
know.
like, me and Pippa are going to go for a little 2-for-1.
And then you go, well, we'll dine together. Torbs is away this weekend. We'll fucking get on it together.
You couldn't eat dog food though. No, but it's human grade.
No, it's human grade. But I just think like if you're doing it, you're doing it. You've said it's human grade 899 times, but then, well, actually, no.
But don't
well,
though.
well, is it?
Yeah, nah, fuck them. Fuck them right off. They need to get their story straight.
And it's the narrative. The food's amazing. People will continue to eat it. We are very happy
Will
customers.
you continue to eat it?
But what about, I've only just seen this on the back of the bag. I'm just picking out the carrot and the fucking seaweed from my teeth. And I go, it's too late for me.
I love how it's everyday vegetables, but it's like seaweed and salmon, like fucking righto.
Well,
You could get that dog food and sell it for hundreds of dollars at a fancy end of town.
Well,
Maybe that's why they're saying that.
I mean, I'm already paying for it, aren't
How
I?
much is it?
It's not cheap.
How much a week would you spend on Pippa's dog
Oh, I actually don't know. I think that this
food? Is it? Do you put more into Pippa or the Audi?
no, the Audi costs more.
Yeah, okay.
I think that this per bag's like $160.
Fuck me, right?
Yeah. So if Fur Fresh are interested in coming on board,
Well, they're not now.
I mean, we've just destroyed.
If for $160, I, a human, would expect to be able to eat it,
Oh,
and I can on the first 4 signs.
No, sorry, humans, not for. It's tiny font. You could just ignore that.
I think I will.
But
Should
yeah,
we try it? Is that like a fun thing that people on the internet would do?
eat dog food.
But it's salmon.
I reckon
human
though,
grade,
that
100%.
if you put that, because it's like freeze dried, so you like put a little bit of hot water in it and it like rehydrates.
Yeah.
I reckon if you put that on a beautiful plate, like you would not know the difference. She loves it.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah. But so so the Tarpon transfer is now closed. Just wanted to let everybody know that I don't think you can have it both ways.
I agree. That's fucked me right off. That's fucked me right off.
I know your area.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't like that.
Well, I've got to.
But if it says 100% human grade,
I know. Then how can you then on the back say
acceptable for 0% of humans?
But this is just such tiny font as well. Like, I just don't think that they understand. Like,
imagine if on the
you
front
you just can't have both.
Say we're at our local $10 gasolina, right? And we go up and we buy a beautiful bottle of petrol and it says tastes delicious, 100% human grade, completely hydrating.
Yeah.
And then on the back it was like, it's gasoline, you dumb don't drink it.
Beat that.
It's like the definition of a bait and switch.
Well, it's the definition of like, you've lied.
You've lied to me.
Because it's either human grade or it's not.
Am I drinking the $10 gasolina or am I not?
99 gasolina.
I got to love to see it.
Bring us back around.
Is it fair to say we like the White Lotus on this show? We've both fallen deep into the and just got right into both seasons.
The first season is I really, really liked. And I've actually watched the first season on the plane a couple of times because it's that kind of show. Like it's like a...
What about second season in Italy?
Second season I did enjoy, but I liked the first one much more.
So Aubrey Plaza is in season 2. And she got asked, when you watched it back, blah, 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 blah. And she goes, I know it came out a few years ago, but I actually haven't watched it.
Oh.
Yeah. And everyone goes, is that like one of those I can't watch myself on the screen or blah, blah, blah. And she goes, nah, I forgot my Max Plus password. And then I went to click on the forgot password and it goes, which email address is it attached to? And she typed in and goes, no, that's not this address. And she just went, I'll watch it later. And 2 years later,
that is so fucking relatable.
Just still hasn't watched it. And I went, celebrities are just like us.
Oh, but White Lotus couldn't have sent her a fucking USB with it on there?
Well, she asked for a DVD, but they said that wasn't in your contract. And we can say this now. Remember that time when we had a 2-year deal with Spotify and you asked for premium and they told you to go fuck yourself?
They actually said, we can figure that out.
And didn't.
And then they did.
Yeah. So you and Aubrey Plaza, two are the same.
Yeah.
But she said back in the day, it was like a given in the biz. Like when you did a show,
you get a copy.
They send you a DVD, and then you go, "Yep, just put it in the machine." And now they're like, "Oh, you've probably got the subscription service, so just watch it."
Or you would just think that they would go, and it they would just pass you 2 months free.
Yeah, and something
or a Dropbox link of a raw edit or something. Surely.
Speaking of Dropbox links, can I just remind us about one of the greatest moments in pop culture history?
Yeah.
So do you remember when Lindsay Lohan was a judge on the Australian version of The Masked Singer?
Yes.
And she didn't know any of the Australian celebrities, so she'd just and then they'd take the mask off. She'd be like,
loved you in that show.
So she got sent a Dropbox link with a little video and they're like, post this on Twitter. And she
post the link. I've seen a few, I think Scott Disick a few years ago did a Instagram post. It was like, hey, Scott, just copy and paste this, copy and paste one of the 3 below into the thing. And it was like option A, blah, option B, blah, option C, blah. And he posted the whole email.
Control A, Control V.
That's what's that thing called?
Being a fuckhead?
Yeah. But
Rookie?
What's
amateur?
Natural selection?
Yeah, you didn't die though.
No, but
cause of death, copy and pasting email.
But live and breathe as a dumb.
Ate dog food.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, sorry, Sophie. I've got to
Why'd you apologize to Sophie?
Because she has to write down a note to beep that I said again.
Oh, I thought you said and you're sorry that I mentioned your people.
Oh.
No, I just didn't know why you apologized to Sophie. That's how it sounded. That's how it sounded.
Well, I think you need to apologise to Sophie for thinking. Island are we on? Yeah.
I apologise to Sophie and I apologise to
Saying that you apologise isn't the same as apologising.
Sophie, I'm sorry.
Saying that you owe me $10 isn't the same as giving me $10.
What? And I would also
Well, it's not the same thing.
I would also like to apologize to dumb for talking to about your people like that.
I'm not. I've got a really nice
Sorry
you
that
love
you had
to
to
see
keep
it.
beeping that all the time.
I've got a really nice you love to see it.
Please.
You might have seen this story go viral like last week.
It's dog food that humans can eat.
It starts a little bit grim, but a little girl and her brother, they're 10 and 8, in the US, and they were doing a little lemonade stand on the front lawn.
Love it.
And this guy comes over and he's like, "Oh, I'd love a cup of lemonade."
Yep.
They turn around to make it. They turn back around to give him the thing. He steals their jar of money, $60.
Holy shit.
And just this asshole steals from these two little kids that are just bloody.
Taking candy from a baby.
And so the story went viral that the kids had the money stolen.
Yep.
There's been a little update though.
Oh.
The community have gotten around them and they said, "No, you've got to get back out there and do your lemonade stand again." And they went back out there. All these people turned up to their front yard and they made $9,000.
Holy shit. And did the guy roll them again?
No, I don't know if but they had like a Ring doorbell.
Great.
So I think
They've
that
improved, yeah.
they're
They've
looking
invested,
into finding this person who stole the money.
$9,000 worth of lemonade.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and these little kids are
I
just
love
so
that.
stoked because there's people lining up for their lemonade. And I just thought you love to see all the community getting around them. I just thought that was so wholesome.
That is great. But what's wrong with me that I thought at the end of the line it would be that guy again? He's like, "Oh, hey guys, can I just get an extra large cup from up the back?" And they
But he's got like a fake moustache on or something.
yeah, and they go, "Oh yeah, let me just get one of the big cups from out the back," and he
Yeah.
just goes yoink and takes $9,000 in coins.
Yoink.
Yep.
Oh, this really is a fucking comic. Yoink.
That's my
Bibbidi-boo.
that's my love to see it is the word yoink.
My love to see is that was such a sweet story.
Yeah, sorry.
And I thought that would bring us back around, but
Yeah, no, here we are.
sometimes these things happen.
Hey, tomorrow we are doing confessions, and let me just read the first line of one of them. I did blank, and I'll never be able to speak to my dad again, and it's all because of Toni Lodge.
I cannot take that on. That's
Nah,
not up to
I
me.
think when you hear this, you'll be like, yeah, nah.
Nah, I'm
I
not
will cop
taking
that.
it on.
I will cop that.
Nah. Join Sophie's people. Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.